Will now be recorded.
Yeah, that's good. Let's go for next concept. Okay, wait. Just want to close all these things. Open the folder. Stack Python UI CSS. Okay, so last class we are discussing about some kind of selectors. We discussed a tag selector, we discussed ID selector, and we discussed a class selector also. Now, today we will see the selector preference. Like if you apply tag, ID, class, and what is the first preference to the browser? I just want to see that. So take a new program and save it as selector preference. Selector, or let me write like a tag class ID dot HTML. Okay, let me open this. If you write like tag class ID, so the three things tag class ID, three things. If you write, what is the first preference to the browser, that we need to understand. Okay, let me take a H1 full stack Python, ML AI, full stack Python ML AI. Okay, let me write down the style sheet over there. I'm writing the style sheet here. Okay, so for this H1, first of all, I will write a tag selector. I will write a tag selector. For this, I'm just giving the color. If I give the color red. Okay. For this H1, I will write a class. I will write ID also. Class Mohansh, and ID also Mohansh. ID Mohansh. Okay. The class name is Mohansh. At the same time, ID name is Mohansh. Both are Mohansh only. Okay. Let me write down the class selector. Let me write down the class selector. Okay. So in the before I am writing this. Okay. Dot Mohansh. Dot Mohansh. Okay. Dot Mohansh. Color blue. Basically, we know that last line is first execution to the browser. That is we know. But what I am writing now, in the 30th line I am writing the blue color. In the 40th line I am writing the red color. In the 13th line I am writing the blue, and 14th line I am writing red. But but class will go first. When you compare with the tag and class, class will go first. Okay. If you have ID, then if you have ID selector, then for example, hash Mohansh, I'm giving the color orange. I'm giving the color orange. For hash Mohansh, I'm giving the color orange. For ID, I'm giving the color orange. For class, I'm giving the blue. For tag, I'm giving red. But for ID, I'm giving orange. Now, 13th line, 14th line, 15th line, three selectors are there. In the 13th line, I'm writing ID selector. 14th line, I'm writing class selector. 15th line, I'm writing a tag selector. But ID will go first. ID will go first. to the browser. Even it is in the previous line, no problem, but ID will go. So based on this program, what you need to get understand is, if you have ID in the selector levels, if you have the ID will go first. If ID is not available, next preference about the classes. Even class also not available, it will go for the tag. Okay. In this case, if I am writing the inline style, in this case, if I am writing the inline style, I am giving the color brown. If inline style is there, inline style is the first preference to the browser. Remember, if inline is there, inline will go, sir. If inline is not there, then only it will check for the internal or external. In internal or external, any selector you have to write. But in those selectors, first preference for ID. First preference for ID. The next preference for class. Then last preference for tag. Am I clear, everybody? Am I clear, everyone? Rohit, Sriya, Uday. If inline is there, inline will go first. If inline is there, inline will go first. If inline is not there, then only it will check for the IDs. Then only it will check for the internal or external. In that particular part of internal external, ID is the first preference. After the ID, class. After the class, tag. Remember, this is the selector preferences. Okay, let me go with the next program, group selector. This is clear, huh? Everyone? Please let me know. Rohit, clear? And Sriya, yeah, Sriya said
Yeah, clear,
yes.
sir.
Uday, yeah. Let me go for the group selector. Let me go for the group selector. So how the group selector will be? Group selection, group selector dot html. Okay, take it. Group selector. Come to the group selector. I have multiple elements. I have the H1 Python full stack. Python full stack. I have the H2 Marne stack. I have the H3. I have the H3 mean stack. Mean stack. Okay, here for this H2, I have a class called Mohansh. For this H3, I give ID called Mohansh. ID called Mohansh. Now, the tag and class and ID, I want to take all the things. I want to take all the things. Group of elements. Group of elements. Okay, H1, comma, dot, Mohansh, comma, hash, Mohansh. H1 is there, dot Mohansh is there, hash Mohansh is there. Three elements. Three elements. In these three elements, for these all three elements, same time I am giving the color. Same time I'm giving the color. Okay. Same time I'm giving the color. Same time I'm giving the background color. Same time I'm giving the background color. Color I'm giving, background color I'm giving. At the same time, text align center. Three properties I'm writing. Same time. Group of elements, comma separated. First element is the tag, second element is the class, third element is ID. Now execute it. Three elements, all all three elements. We have the color, we have the background color, we have the text alignment. Am I clear? How the group is going to be? How the group is going to be comma separated. How the group is going to be comma separated. That you have to remember. That you have to remember. Okay. Next, adjacent sibling selectors. Adjacent one sibling, adjacent all sibling. Let me save it as adjacent selector. Adjacent one sibling and all sibling. .html. Adjacent selector. So adjacent selector. Okay. How this selector will be? Fine. For example, there is a H1 Python full stack. For H1 Python full stack. After that, I took a lot of paragraphs. I took a lot of paragraphs. I'm taking a lot of paragraphs then. I'm taking a lot of paragraphs then. Lower. Okay. So copy the paragraph and keep the n number of paragraphs. Keep n number of paragraphs like this, like this. Keep n number of paragraphs. Okay. Adjacent one sibling means after the H1, one sibling means the first sibling, first paragraph. First sibling, first paragraph. Okay. How to select the first sibling? How to select the first sibling after the H1? Plus P. Plus P. Background color black, color white. White. Text align center. The first sibling after the H1. Who is the first sibling after the H1? Who is the first sibling after the H1? P only. The first P. The first P I have to select and I need to give some style. I need to give some style. Text align is not good. Text align. Okay, fine. No issues. Only the first sibling I selected. Okay, this one is called adjacent one sibling selector. Adjacent one sibling selector. Now, if you want to go for adjacent all sibling, adjacent all sibling selector. If you want to go for adjacent all sibling means all adjacent elements, all sibling elements. H1 tilt P, background color brown, color white, color white, background color brown, color white. Now this is adjacent all sibling. After the H1, all sibling selectors got aligned with. See, can you see and observe? Adjacent one sibling is working, all sibling is working. All sibling one property overridden. In all sibling one property overridden. That is something like background color overridden. But in adjacent one sibling, text align is working. That is there. That is already there. Only background color property got updated. Background color property got overridden. So that is the why reason background color completely changed. All sibling may. But what is happening over there? From the adjacent one sibling, there is additional property text align that is always available or live. Alive. Alive or live. Remember, these selectors are so much important. Okay, adjacent one sibling, adjacent all sibling. Next, even odd selector. This is fine. This is understandable. Then let me go for the next one. Mansa, Rohit, Sriya, Udhay. Let's go for even odd selector now. Even odd selector. Even odd dot html. Even odd. Okay. Let's have multiple elements. Let's have a multiple elements, Python full stack. Okay, I keep a huge number of elements over there. Okay, I keep a huge number of elements, but my requirement is all even number h1s I can apply one style, all odd number h1s I can apply one style. Even number h1s, one style I want to apply. Odd number h1s I want to apply one style. Okay, h1 colon nth child of even. Okay, I would like to apply the background color orange color black. Hmm. Same thing for odd also. For odd number elements, I want to change the background color green, color black. Now you can see how this program will work out. Okay, odd. Hmm. Can you see now what is happening? What is happening, guys? On on green, black is not visible. Let me go for white. Hmm. Can you see? Even number elements are applicable with one color, one style. Odd number elements got applied with another style. Am I clear, guys? Even number, even selector, odd selector. There is another way to write the even selector. So like this you can write, or you can write in another way. You can write in another way. So what the way is, you can write like 2n. 2n will work. Or odd, you can write in another way. For odd, you can write in another way. 2n plus 1. 2n plus 1. Now you can see. Same. Program is same. No change. No change. Even is working, odd is working. Then I go for nth child selector. Then I go for nth child selector. Copy the complete program. Take new, paste, and save it as nth child selector. Nth child selector dot html. For nth child selector, okay, here I can change the program name. Nth child. Okay. Nth child means I need to go for just one nth child selector. Okay. For nth child selector, I would like to go with h1 colon nth child of 6. Sixth number element. I want to give the background color brown, color white. Only sixth element. Only sixth element I want to do. Background color brown and color white. Background color brown and color white. Only sixth element. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sixth element I want to do that. Okay. Am I clear, guys? How this particular selector will
Yes, sir.
work out?
Okay.
Let me go with uh, let me go with attribute selector then. Attribute selector. Attribute. select dot html. Attribute selector, take a heading as attribute selector. For this attribute selector, I would like to take h1. Okay, h1 and Python full stack. For this, I want to write down an attribute called class. Mohansh. Okay, for this attribute, I need to select the attribute now for this style sheet. Okay, write down the style sheet. h1 of h1 of class. h1 of class. Write down background color not coming. What's the problem? h1 of let's see attribute no quotes, no quotes. Okay, h1 of class. Okay, then give the background color. Background color should be brown. Color should be white. That's all. Good. So there is an attribute for h1, and based on the attribute, I want to select. Okay, there is a one more h1 which is not having the attribute and all. This second h1 I don't have any attribute like class. Second h1 I don't have any attribute. Marna full stack. Now based on the attribute, the element is selected. Based on the attribute, the element is selecting. That's what actually I want to do for that. Attribute selector. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, let's continue. That is what actually attribute selector. The next one, any other thing? Pseudo selector and universal selector. Let me go for the pseudo selector. Pseudo selector dot html. Okay, here I do something like hover selector. There is an event. There is element h1, which is something like Python full stack. Now I want to write a pseudo selector for this. h1 colon hover. h1 colon hover. When I do hover, the background color need to get blue. The color will be white. Text line will be center. Hover. When we do hover, some pseudo selection is there. No JavaScript needed. When I do hover, some style is changing. When I do hover, some style is changing. Am I clear, sir? When I do mouse over, something is happening. Some style got updated. That is something like pseudo select. Okay, there are a huge number
So we
of
can return all the event types for this one, sir, in the pseudo selector.
only hover.
Only hover. I just want to. Okay.
Only hover. Okay. So just go through different kind of selectors, something like CSS selectors. Official documentation I go for. Official documentation is MDN. For HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, official documentation is MDN. MDN. Mozilla Developer Network. Mozilla Developer Network. So there you can able to find out huge number of selectors. Can you see? Can you see? Huge number of selectors. Huge number of selectors. You just work out one by one. You just work out one by one. All the selectors. Okay. These are the selectors you can just work out. Okay. If you want, you can go for W3 skills also. W3 schools is not giving that many selectors. This guy is giving only pseudo selector, attribute selectors. Only few selectors they are providing basically. Grouping selector, ID is there, class is there, star is there, div comma p. This is group selector. This guy W3 schools guy is not giving that number of huge number of selectors. But MDN you follow. MDN is good. MDN is providing a lot of selectors. You can try to do workout. But whatever the selectors I am telling in the class, these are very much important. Mostly running selectors. Mostly running in the development. Mostly used selectors I given and remaining you practice. Okay. Now let's go to the one more important concept called box model. Let me go through the one more important concept called box model. Okay. Now this is a box. Your HTML web page is a box. Web page itself is a box. But in this web page, if if I'm having a paragraph like this, if I'm having one or two paragraphs like this, okay. For each and every paragraph, I would like to take some text. For the first paragraph, I would like to take some text. For the first paragraph, I would like to take some text. Even for the second paragraph also, I would like to take some text. Yeah, I would like to take some text. Okay. Now, in the box model, in CSS, every element is a rectangle box. Every element is a rectangle box. You take a paragraph, you take a heading, you take a form, you take a table, you take an image, you take a hyperlink, you take a list item. In HTML, every element is a rectangle box. For that particular box, you will be having some properties for the box model. Width is there, height is there, width is there, height is there, padding is there, margin is there, border is there, outline is there. These are the properties of the box model. These are the properties of the box model. We know what is the width. Width is something like a horizontal space. Width is something like a horizontal space. So whatever the space horizontally available, that is called width. Whatever the space vertically available, that is called height. An element, a box, which is having some horizontal space, horizontal length, vertical length. Horizontal length, horizontal space is called width. Vertical space or vertical length called height. Now come to the third one, padding. Where the padding will be, where the padding will be, where padding can be applied. Where the padding will be and where the padding can apply. Now I would like to write a padding here. So the inner space of element, the inner space of element is called padding. inner space of element is called padding. Okay. So remember, this is the element. This is the element basically. This is the element content. This is element content, but your element have some space inside. Your element have some space inside. That is called padding. And for that padding, you will be having different kind of properties. Something like a padding top, padding right, padding bottom, padding left. Okay. So how would like to take P top, padding top, padding top. This is padding right. This is padding bottom. This is padding left. Padding top, padding right, padding bottom, padding left. Then where the margin will be then? Margin is outer space. Margin is outer space. Outer and top, some margin is there. Right side, some margin is available. The bottom side, some margin is available. Right side, some margin is available. Left side, some margin is available. Okay. Margin top. Margin top. Margin right. Margin bottom. Margin left. Top right, bottom left. TRBL. Important mantra for the box model. Important mantra for the box model. TRBL mantra. Later I will tell why this TRBL very important. It's a clockwise. Clockwise you have to calculate. Clockwise. Top right, bottom left. Top right, bottom left. Then where is the border? Where is the border? Where is the border? On top of this paragraph, I would like to take a border. On top of this paragraph, I would like to take a border. On top of the border, I would like to take some outline. Border is some decoration. Outline is some extra decoration. Border is some decoration. Outline is some extra decoration. Width is there, height is there, padding is there, margin is there, border is there, outline is there. Let's write down one by one. Box model. For box model, width property, height property, padding property, margin property, border property, outline property. What is width? Horizontal, horizontal length, horizontal length. Height, vertical length. Padding, inner space. Margin, outer space. Border, simple decoration. Outline, outline. Extra decoration, extra decoration. Horizontal length, vertical length, inner space, outer space, simple decoration, extra decoration. Okay, come to the padding. Okay, width you can just give the pixels or percentage mode, whatever you want you can give. Height you can give only pixels, not percentage. Percentage will not apply for the height. For padding, there are multiple properties. For example, uh, I can I can give like padding 10 pixel. If I give padding 10 pixel, this could be applicable all sides like TRBL. All sides like TRBL. If I would like to take two values for the padding, 10 pixel and 20 pixel, this could be applicable for anyone. Some people already know. Some people already done in the modern stack. If I give 10 pixel and 20 pixel, how it will take? Tell me, sir. Modern stack people. I hope Manasa Rohit from modern stack. No, no, Sriya. Manasa, tell me. Forgot, huh?
First 10 pixel takes top, bottom, and 20 pixel takes left and right.
Very, very good. First will be top bottom, second will be right left. If I give three values, then if I give three values, then Manasa, you can tell me now.
10 pixels for top, 20 pixels for left and right,
Right, left,
30,
right, left, not left, right. You
okay,
calculate like
30 pixels
TRBL. 30 pixel for what?
bottom,
Very good. Okay. If I give four values, now tell me. If I give four values, tell me.
Top right, bottom left.
Top right, bottom left. That's it. Top, right, bottom, left. That's all. The one is the first one top, second one right, third one for bottom, fourth one for left. 10 pixel, only 10, one single value if I give, all sides it will be applicable. If I give two values, the first value for top bottom, second value for right left. If I give three values, first value for top, second value for right left, third value for bottom. If I give four values, TRBL, top, right, bottom, left. Okay, so instead of confusing, if this concept is confusing, you can just directly apply like individual properties. Padding top, padding right, sorry, yeah, padding right, padding bottom. If you confuse the, if you confuse that bottom, okay, what is the spelling for bottom? This one, padding right, padding left. This is very fine. If you are confusing with single value, two value, three value, four value, then you can just directly go like padding top, padding right, padding bottom, padding left. Simple thing. Individual properties you can write. Same concept for margin also. Margin with a single value, margin with the two values, margin with the three values, margin with the four values. Same concept applicable for margin also. Same concept applicable for margin also. Margin with single value, margin with the two values, margin with the three values, margin with the four values. Margin top, margin right, margin bottom, margin left. Come to the border. Basically, border contain three properties. Border contain three properties. If I give the border 2 pixel solid red, if I say like this, here 2 pixel represent to 2 pixel represent to border width. 2 pixel represent to border width. Solid represent to border style. Red represents to border color. 2 pixel represents to border width. Solid represents to border style. Red represents to border color. Am I clear? Okay, sir, I don't want to go like this. Then you can directly provide like border width, border style, border color. And again, you have to remember one thing. For border width, you can give single value, you can give 2 values, you can give 3 values, you can give 4 values. Am I clear? If you give single value, border width single value, then tell.
All four sides with that.
Concept is same. Concept is same. If you give single value, it will be applicable for all sides. If you give 2 values, it will applicable for top, bottom, and right, left. If you give 3 values, top, right, left, and bottom. If you give 4 values, all sides different values will be applicable. So in this way, you have to understand about border. But outline also same, sir. Outline also you will be give the single value. For example, outline 5 pixel solid pink. 5 pixel represent to 5 pixel represent to outline width. Solid represents to outline.
Outline border.
No.
Style.
Style. Pink represents to
Color. Color.
outline color. This way you have to understand about this borders and outlines. Okay, program we will see tomorrow about the box model, and tomorrow we'll complete the CSS. Day after tomorrow we jump into JavaScript. If it is possible, tomorrow only I will start JavaScript. See you signing off, and please like the video, share the video, subscribe the channel if anybody not subscribed so far, and please click on the bell icon for the further notifications. Your comments are valuable, sir. Please provide valuable comments for all the videos whatever we are uploading. We are giving lot of courses free of cost. We ask you just provide comments, share with your friends. That's all. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Mansa, Rohit, Sriya, Uday.
I'm good.
Sounds
Ah,
good.
sir.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, that's fine. Bye for now. Like the video, share the video, subscribe the channel. Provide your comments.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.